One thing you may wish to do with your data is to sort this from least to greatest or greatest to least. For example, this data set includes marathon times of 150 individuals, both male and female. I may wish to know who was the youngest and who was the oldest individual running. Looking at the ages as they're presented right now, it can be a little bit confusing because they are not in order. So finding the youngest and oldest may be quite a challenge. Instead, if I sort the data from youngest to oldest, it will be very easy to pick out who's youngest and who's oldest. There are two methods to accomplish this. First, sorting just one column, which will sort just the age column. It will not keep the order, gender, and time columns with the age. So if I sort age from least to greatest, the other columns will remain intact, which means the individual's data points will not remain intact. That is, this 32-year-old may appear farther down the list, but his time and order will not sort with him. In order to avoid any confusion, I'm going to create a blank copy or a copy of the age data so that I do not run into problems. So I'm going to copy the column of age and I'm going to put it in column 6 just to give myself a little bit of space. Now I have an exact copy of the age column in column 6. In order to sort this, I'm going to go up to the data and choose sort data. You can choose to sort one column or all the columns. We're going to choose to sort just that one column I made a copy of. And where it says using column, I want to indicate what column I want to sort. It is in column 6, so I will choose the 6. And then you have the option to sort this from least to greatest, A to Z, or greatest to least, Z to A. I will go ahead and keep this at least to greatest. It's the most common method of sorting. And choose sort. Column 6 has now changed in that the youngest individual, 19, appears first, and the oldest individual, at 68, appears last. Now it is much easier to determine who's youngest, who's oldest. The second method involves sorting all of the data. So for example, if I wanted to sort all of the data, I could sort all of the columns using the age column. What this does is it retains all the data related to one individual. So their order, gender, and time stay together. It just sorts them from least to greatest. So you notice that the 19-year-old was female. It did not ignore that. It kept all of the individual's data together, just rearranged it by age. Right? The method you use to sort will depend on your actual goal for the problem. So what we are looking at is sorting all of the columns based on one column or sorting one individual column.